Welcome back to the pajama party. Welcome back to the pajama party. A pox perspective is what we're gonna see tonight. Ooh, yeah. Welcome back to the pajama party. Welcome back to the pajama party. Hey, a pox perspective is what we're gonna see tonight. Hey babes, hey dandelions, and welcome back to the place to be, the pajama party. I hope you guys have been well. Before we get into anything else, I will say this is another season finale. I know, I think like 10 episodes is gonna be the thing that I do. I say that now, but it could very much well change. I don't really know what the future holds, but I do know I have a lot of things in store that I want to try. So I am very excited for this break so I can start like working on the other things I have in store. So I hope you guys will stick around for that as well. Um so I was gonna talk about this here, but I actually talked about it on the Real Bible Stories. But I had to do things out of order last week, and y'all, it was such an eye-opening experience for me. So if you're not watching or listening to the Real Bible Stories, here's a shameless promo for you to go and do that and check it out. But I want to talk about something here because I, well, I actually can't talk about it here. First, before we do anything else, y'all, I have a woman of the week. I know. Don't shoot me down in the comments, but I finally have a woman. Her name is Lena Horne. She was born in Brooklyn on June  30th, 1917. She died on May 9th, 2010. She became a part of the Cotton Club chorus at the age of 16. She was a dancer. She was the first African American signed to a long term studio contract acting. She worked with whites and black. No, no, no. Studio contract. I can't. I think it was acting. She was a singer as well. She worked with whites and blacks, and she was the first African American to do it. She worked with this one band that was mostly white. It was an orchestra band, and she had it down. But she performed in Broadway and orchestras. She was the highest paid black actress in 1940s. She was a civil rights activist for the people, and she did not accept stereotypical roles aimed at black women, which is such a vibe to me. Like, yes, lady, represent. And apparently that was like an eye raiser back in the day. People could not believe that she was living this life, and she was like, I'm gonna live this life. So shout out to you, giving her flowers. May you rest in peace. Such a legend. I loved everything about that story. I'm like, man, what a way to like live your life and make an impact. So our discussion for tonight, our little serious moment, is count every blessing. Last week and here lately, my weeks have felt very strained and stretched out, especially having little ones around the house. They have really like tired me out, but they are my blessings too. Like, having a niece and nephew to do things with and to take care of and to teach and grow and like love on is such a great thing. And even other little things in my life I've kind of taken granted of. I've not really sat there and just thought about like the blessing in it and the beauty in it and how fortunate I am to have certain things. And so I wanted to tell someone out there, it may seem like somebody else is like getting blessed more than you, or somebody else has something that you don't. But please don't look at it like that. Like, you don't know what that person did to get their blessings. So don't try to compare yourselves, because y'all are living two different lives and you don't have to measure up to anybody else's life. You are here to live your life. So see your blessings and your beauties. And even when it's hard and you feel like you deserve more, get out of your feelings, okay? Get out of those feelings and just keep working, keep grinding, find what it is that you are meant to do and what you are meant to have. But comparing yourself and like looking at what other people have, it's just gonna make you bitter and resentful. And trying to live this life is already hard. You don't need those negative emotions beating you up even more on a day to day basis. So please humble yourselves. And to be humble means having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance. Just be humble, okay? Everything ain't about you. Calm down, slow down, chill out, and let it ride, okay? So now that like I have that little scolding over with, woo, fake it till you make it. So I was telling my niece about this last week actually, but y'all, my mom used to have this blue blanket when I was a kid, and she knows the story now. Don't worry, I love you, mama. But I had this blue blanket when I was a kid, and well, my mom had it. And one day it was raining. It was like thunder. It was a bad thunderstorm, and I believe she was working. And I was sitting in the house, and I was looking out the window, and it was like a bad thunderstorm rolling in, and I was really scared and really nervous because like the TV wasn't working, and it just sounded loud. And I mean, I lived in such a wooded town that like trees would fall over. Like a tree fell in my house when I was a kid. Excuse me. I can talk about that like another time. But yeah, so there has been things with nature that just makes me scared. So I am a pyromaniac. I love playing with fire, and it is not always good. And so, and I mean, I have not done anything this extreme since that day, but my mom had a box of matches. Y'all remember those like big box of matches that you usually like you used to be able to get for really cheap, like 300 in a pack or like 450, like big boxes of matches. And so what did your girl do? I just sat on the couch with the blanket and some matches, and I light a match up, let it burn, watch it burn until like the match was at my fingers. Then I shake it out real quick and throw it over on the blanket. Now, in my small little brain at the time, I didn't see nothing wrong with me just throwing the matches, the still hot matches, onto the blanket. Because if the fire was out and it was burnt, like apparently the heat is gone from it, right? Wrong. When I got through burning all of the little matches that I wanted to, and I held up the blanket, y'all, there was so many small holes in that thing. It looked like one of those Connect Four boards. It looked like a miniature version of that. Okay, holes everywhere. My mom found the blanket, I think, like a week or so later, and she was like, "What happened to my blanket?" And I was like, "Man, it got to be the rats." It gotta be the rats. I don't know where they coming from, but we gotta have rats up in here. We just gotta. I don't know, but we just gotta have rats. And y'all, she believed it. She believed me. And finally last year, I told her, I was like, baby girl, it wasn't no rat. It was me. I was the one who did it. But I knew if I told you then, you were going to spank me, and I didn't want to whoop it. I was afraid. And she laughed and she was like, I knew it. It was me. It was your girl. I was the guilty party. So, I faked that. I faked that until I was a grown up. Don't do it. Just go ahead and tell the truth. Get it over with, okay? Because who knows? I maybe wouldn't have had a chance to like right that wrong and tell her, under different circumstances. And you're not always able to get right where you messed up. So you need to be honest, admit what you did, and suffer the consequences. But yes, I saved myself out of a butt whooping that day. And listen, I know I should regret it. I regret not being honest about it and just being carefree, but I don't regret not getting a whooping or getting in trouble for it. So you know what I'm saying. But yes, I do realize that I should have, bless you, told her then and there like what happened, and so do with that what you will. But that was my fake it till you make it. But yeah, it was a blue blanket, and I was just like, it was the rats. We got some rats up in here. I don't know where they're hiding at, but that's who did it. So now we're gonna talk about my anime husbands. So one person that I do want to shout up in here, I wasn't gonna even talk about him tonight, but I did an anime review on Black Butler, and I got to think about the Undertaker, and y'all, I love him. Like face reveal, oh, he is just beautiful. Like I would literally, I've never been one to think that like I would want to like deal with the dead and like embalmers and stuff. But that man, I sit in his office all day simply because he exists. Like, who slay me? So Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul. Now listen, I did not watch Tokyo Ghoul past season two, and I ain't gonna watch Tokyo Ghoul past season two. I don't really know what they want from me or what they expected the anime to turn into, but it's not given for me. Okay, the plot was confusing. There was more people. I didn't know half the time if Kaneki was like alive or dead or like what form of him he was. It was too much. It was too much with all these half breeds and people on the good side and people on the bad side. Hell, I didn't even know which side I was on at one point. It was just too much. So I'm not going back for Tokyo Ghoul. Sue me. That is it. Okay, How from Howl's Moving Castle. That man is just okay. When he throws his little tantrum because she mixed up like his little shampoo bottles, I was like, grow the hell up, Cal. Even when he was like, did I just call him Cal? Grow the hell up, Cal. Even when he was like, you can't even save yourself, I'm like, who asked you? Like, she's trying to be here for you, and you think you gonna make it better by giving her a special little room? Like, I mean, he did make it better, but really? Like, lose the attitude, bro. Um, Alucard, my friend is gonna crack up. But Alucard from Castlevania, listen, I don't know what it is about that vampire, but I fall. It's like Drake. I fall to always fall for your type. He's everything I should not want. Blonde hair, okay, pale skin, but golden eyes. I mean, I'm just here for him. He is on the right side of justice too. Like you deserve some good loving. Okay, so Kudo from Nekuma High, that's my man. Like I did a whole cosplay after him. I love him, and I didn't put well. Okay, well, nope. Next time. So him. The next one is Sebastian from Black Butler. Now I know he ain't even supposed to be on the list. I'm not supposed to send for him, but I can't really help it, okay? That man, Chef's Kiss, I'm telling you, he is another Alucard. I really should not be dealing with y'all, but you just look so good. And Tamaki from My Hero, he is so soft and sweet and like shy, but there's just something about him. I'm like, and then the way like he'll do it anyway. He hates it and he kind of a coward, but he got a good heart and he just needs somebody to love with him. The only times I think I would be like I need a divorce is when he eats octopus or something, because you are not about to wrap no tentacles around me. I just refuse. I refuse. I refuse. Take that in whichever way you want, because I refuse. It's not gonna happen. I don't even like calamari. I'm not here for it. I had octopus balls one time, and they were banging. They were delicious. I probably won't ever do it again knowingly, okay? And even if I did, touching a real life octopus is so much different from eating a fried ball. And everything about that makes me giggle. But yes, that is a list of my anime husbands. Okay, love on them because I love them. So here are your 4 bullet points for the week. PowerPoints. 1, count your blessings. Okay, count them all. Count them all. Go back and count them again if you need to. 2, be nice. Be nice to others, but really be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself because you deserve love, happiness, and great things. Number 3, careful with fire. Don't be like me going around just playing with matches and stuff, because you might burn something. You might actually set the house on fire. And I don't want to hear, though he said no. We didn't say none of that over here. And last but not least, Tokyo Ghoul deserves so much better. I'm still pressed about what can became of that anime. I don't think that any other anime has kind of screwed up and left me clueless as to what the plot is anymore, like Tokyo Ghoul. But I'm just done. I'm just done. I'm maxed out. I don't really care about it anymore. I just cannot bring myself to go back and finish. And it sucks because I've seen a lot of cool Kaneki gear. And I'm like, I feel like a fake fan buying this shirt and I don't even know what happened. So whatever, they just deserved better. Okay, tired of animes going downhill because y'all just can't keep, shows do too, just keep the plot together. Okay, plot it out for 3 or 4 years, and they probably did, and it just made sense to them, but it does not make sense to me. But really, guys, thank you for always coming and watching and vibing out with me. I know I am a ball of randomness, and there is so much I just want to include on this channel and in this podcast, and so much I want to bring to light. So please keep rocking with me. I know we got low quality gifs and low quality footage, but I try to render at a very high viewing rate. So just vibe with me, okay? We will grow together, and I promise you, by the time it is all over with, we gonna reach our promises. So if you did enjoy, please kiss me with that like button. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell for notification. If you would like me to say any specific husbands that I have from an anime, drop them down below and I'll let you know if I've seen that one. If indeed I sent for certain people. If you have a woman of the week you want me to talk about, please comment that below as well. I want you to tell me if you've ever played with fire before. That's what the question I want answered from this. Do you play with fire? And if so, why? And if not, why? Because I want to know. But I love you guys. Thank you always for just seeing what I have to say. And even if you make it to this far every week, because I really truly don't know, thank you for listening to me and dealing with my goofiness. And I will be back for you. You can check out the great things I draw, because that's the series I will start up once I, start taking a break from here. But until then, until I see you on here again, I hope that you have amazing weeks. I hope that you just get everything your heart wants. And I just wish you nothing but just happiness. And as always, please remember that the Lord does love you. He does bless you. May He keep you. I love you, and I hope wherever you are in the world, you're having an incredible day or an amazing night and sweet dreams. Goodbye, guys.